What's up everybody, Eric here with another EWE Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about Scream 6. This review will be spoiler free, so don't worry about me giving any spoilers away. Everything I talk about you'll see from the trailer. If I directly mention a scene or something like that, it's from the trailer. But like everything guys, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you guys want me to review next. I want to do a review for Scream 2022 as well, so watch out for that as well, just because I want to kind of have them both close together. But yeah, let's get on to some info about this movie. So this movie was released on March 10th, 2023. It was directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett. Sorry if I mispronounced those names, guys. And the cast, the cast is pretty big because, you know, you have to have a lot of people in there. That way you're able to say who is the killer in the cast, who's not the killer, stuff like this. But I'm just gonna go with the main people. And it's Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega, Hayden Panettiere, and Courtney Cox. I'm just going to credit them, even though there's other people in there too. Sorry about that. With the runtime of 122 minutes. And the plot is that this takes place a year after the events of Scream 2022, or Scream 5, however you want to call it. Now Tara, Sam, Chad, and Mindy are now living in New York City when suddenly the Ghostface killer murders pop up again. And these four and their group start getting attacked and targeted by a new Ghostface, because we know the Ghostface from the last movies, they're dead. Alright, so that's the basic plot. The difference now is that they're in New York instead of Woodsboro. So let me move on to my spoiler-free thoughts. I felt that this movie actually worked really well. I actually had a hard time trying to figure out who the killer was. I want to say in the last Scream, in Scream 2022, I figured it out like in the first 25 minutes I figured out who the killer was. Here it actually took me a little bit longer to figure it out. I want to say I didn't actually completely figure it out to 30 minutes before it ended. So for me, that's already okay, you did a great job. You had me thinking of who it could be, and I was all over the place for a good while. So that's a big praise on my part for this movie. Moving it out of Woodsboro, I thought was also a really smart move, just because you have a couple scenes here that you couldn't have done in Woodsboro. The train scene that they ended up having, I thought was amazing. The tension in there where you're like, is the killer in here? And then when the lights go on, lights go off, it's just there's extra tension in there. You're like, is one of them about to die? What's about to happen? Things like that. I really enjoyed that for a horror film. And I think most horror fans would even say, Scream's always been good at taking, meta commentary about how other horror movies are and putting it into their movie and making it work. This movie is excellent at doing that. So I really appreciated that. I thought the movie did a really great job with that. Some of the negatives I have about this movie is that the movie purposely lies to you at times, just trying to take you off the trail, and I kind of felt like it was trying a bit too hard at times. But there's nothing really wrong with them doing that. It's just at times I was a little bit annoyed. The runtime of this movie, surprisingly, even for it being so long, it's not bad just because they're putting so much thought into it. It didn't feel like these scenes are being wasted. That's probably if you guys have seen my Avatar 2 review, you know that my biggest complaint about that movie was its runtime and the fact that a lot of things just felt like filler. I'd say in this film, very little of it actually felt like filler. Most of it felt like, okay, you had a purpose for this scene. Why are you doing this? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Whew. Sorry if I'm a little bit out of breath, guys. I'm a little bit tired today. Alright, so they had a lot of fake outs. The train scene was great. They did well with using legacy characters here. They didn't overdo it let's see. In the last movie, Neve Campbell isn't in this movie. I can tell you right now, Neve Campbell's not in this movie, so don't expect it. But they didn't need her. I think they've moved on to this point where now the main two people are Barrera and Ortega. I think they have now taken the reins over from Courtney Cox and Neve Campbell. And I think I'm fine with that. I'm yes, they should be the ones that continue this franchise. I'm hoping we get more movies out of it. They seem to be wanting doing stuff with Sam and maybe if she's eventually going to become a killer or not. I don't know, but I like that question of they might be throwing that in there. And I think that's a really good thing for them to do with this movie. It makes you want a sequel, and it's that's an awesome thing to do. I'm trying to think of any negatives for this movie. Oh, actually not a negative for this movie. But so when I watched Scream 5, I watched it the night before I saw Scream 6, and I thought Chad died in Scream 5. Because in the end of the movie, he gets stabbed pretty bad, and I'm oh, he's dead. And I didn't notice that if you watch Scream 5, and I guess I must turned around for a second, you see him at the end of Scream 5 that he's alive. So when I saw him in this room, I was Wait, I thought he died. No, apparently he just took a beating, a bunch of stabbings, survived Scream 5. It's crazy. I'm like, I didn't even know a person could survive that many stabs, but it is what it is. Alright, so let's move on to my score, guys. And like I said, this is definitely a movie you guys are going to want to watch. It's really good, with the one caveat that because it's a direct sequel to Scream 5, Scream 2022, you should watch that movie just so you get an understanding of who these characters are. Because they don't waste any time getting you to understand who Sam and Tara really are. They're just going straight to it. So I actually really enjoyed that they don't waste your time. You actually got to learn who these characters were in Scream 5. That way in Scream 6, you're just off to the races with them. You don't need to give them extra backstory. It's like their story is already set. All right, so now saying my score, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10 for amazing. I enjoyed the entire ride, guys. This was a lot of fun. I had no complaints. This was a great an amazing movie. I actually kind of want to watch it again. I saw it in Dolby, but either way, I'd still watch it again. So do I recommend this movie? Yes, I'd say you got to watch Scream 5, obviously, but other than that, this movie's great. Anyone that likes slashers, it's like, this is perfect for you. This is great. So yeah, guys, that's my score. Let me real quick say what I'm going to review next. So the plan right now is The Last of Us should be out tomorrow. Later in the week, South Park as well, if there is a new episode. I'm trying to get the Scream 5 review out and Creed 3, just because I watched those movies this past week and I want to get those reviews out as well. Alright guys, well that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you want me to review next, what you thought about this episode, what you thought about this movie, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alright guys, thanks for watching, talk to you later.